gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
Hey everybody, I'm out and about again today, out in the desert. Today I happen to be walking along a nice little stream here, so there's lots of edible plants around here, and I'll be collecting some today. In this area here, you can see all over. Now this plant here is called dock, and it's a delicious edible green that's all over the sides of the creek here, and it's a great salad green, and also you can cook it up like spinach, which is really delicious. You can eat it raw as well, and it has a tartness, a sourness to it. Not quite as sour as sorrel, but it does have a little bit of sourness to it. But it's everywhere around here, and it's easy to collect, and it's actually really delicious. And then you can see here in some of these older seed stalks, it also has edible seeds that you can grind up and use for like flour, which will come in the fall. You can see all these dried up stalks where all the seeds were on from last year. All these here. Yeah. So here's a nice big bunch of that beautiful dock, or curly dock. This shrinks up a lot, just like spinach does, so you need quite a bit to make a meal out of it, but it's definitely well worth it. Also, right here, you can see there's some really nice young dandelions, and these are also another great weed to collect, especially this time of year. They're all nice and tender. Look at that. That's perfect with young leaves, and then just this part of the root here is delicious as well. Look at that. Huh. That is so nice. Look at those. Make a delicious salad with those. This right here. This I'm super excited to see. This is called miner's lettuce, and this is a super edible green that tastes delicious. It's so tender. Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna collect some more of that one. It has these flowers that come up through the center of the leaves, just like that. I'm gonna take some of this too and add that to our salad, just like that. Nice little variety here. So you can see we have our miner's lettuce, our dandelion, and our dock leaves. That will make a delicious salad. So today we're about early April. We've had a lot of rain lately, which is super nice for the spring here, and it's been nice and cool. It's been like in the 50s and 60s every day. Today it's a lot sunnier, and it's starting to get a little warmer. I think it possibly got up into the upper 70s, maybe the low 80s today, but you can start seeing a difference, and so many of these plants are just exploding all over the place. So we have tons of these nice fresh greens plants coming up that we can collect. We are starting to see a lot of flowers blooming, which is really nice. And then also even starting to fruit. It's happening quickly. So really excited to get out here and see what we can find. And the ground is starting to warm up a little bit now too. So it really wouldn't be too far-fetched to start seeing some mushrooms. Some morel mushrooms would not be out of the question here, especially in some of these wetter riparian areas. Of course, you don't see them all the time out here in the desert, but they're not out of the question. All right, we are back in the kitchen, and I'm going to make a nice little salad with some of those wild greens that we collected today. So I have some of the dandelion right here, which I've washed up. I've cleaned the dirt and gotten these nice and clean and dry. And I also have some of this miner's lettuce. Now, if you haven't had miner's lettuce before, it has a very similar flavor to, say, mâche, which is a very gentle and tender lettuce green. And that's absolutely one of my favorite wild greens to find. It's so delicious and it's so tender and light, as opposed to the dandelion, which is bitter and has a very aggressive flavor, but one that I really love, because I love bitter greens. I love those bitter type flavors. Now, the salad that I was planning on making today does have many ingredients that will stand up to the bitterness of the dandelions. It has some bold, aggressive flavors, but also it has some elements of sweetness, which I think really complement that well. So this is what we have to work with today. Okay, for a salad, I have those beautiful dandelion greens, the miner's lettuce. I'm going to add some bold flavors. One of those is some blue cheese, some hard-boiled egg, and some pickled chanterelle mushrooms, which I made from chanterelle mushrooms that I gathered last year. And then for a dressing, I'm going to do a simple vinaigrette, but I have some shallot. I'm going to use some of the vinegar from our pickled mushrooms, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and some nice whole grain mustard. If we need to add a little bit more acidity, I do have some more red wine vinegar, but I'm not sure if we're going to need that. Okay, I can't wait to get started. This is going to be really delicious, and we're going to get started on our salad dressing first. But first I want to talk a little bit about these pickled chanterelle mushrooms that I made. Now, we had a great chanterelle season, so I have a bunch of them dried. I cooked with a bunch of them, and I also pickled some. And I pickled these in sort of a sweet and sour type of brine. So it has the vinegar, but it also has a good amount of sugar and sweetness to it, with lots of spices. Has some cinnamon and clove and bay leaves and things like that. So I wanted to use some of the vinegar, the pickling brine in here for my salad dressing. So. All right, so this is going to be a real simple vinaigrette. So we're going to start with a little bit of shallot. I'm not going to use all of this, but just a little bit, because we're just going to make one little salad here. So I'm going to use that. So maybe half of the shallot. And then to that, I'm going to add some of this stone ground mustard. Well, actually, this is whole grain mustard. Nice little dollop of that. And then also, like I said, I want to use some of this pickling brine from my pickled mushroom, so I'm going to add some of that to our dressing here. This does have some sugar and lots of spices in here, so it's going to add some of those flavors to it. Okay, there. Actually, I'm going to go with the olive oil. Okay, some salt. And some fresh ground pepper. Quite a bit of pepper. We're just going to stir this together. I'm not concerned about trying to emulsify this. We're just going to make a light vinaigrette here. A little bit more olive oil. Give that a little taste. A little more salt. And I think that's going to be perfect. So we're going to put that aside, and then we're going to start working on the rest of our salad here. All right, so we have our greens. So I'm going to take these dandelions, and I'm just going to cut them in half. Just like that. And put them back in a bowl. And then our miner's lettuce will just kind of disperse through the salad here. Okay. Oop, there's a little piece. Okay. I'm going to take our dressing. And just lightly toss this together here. Okay. I'm going to switch this out with my plate. And nice helping. That's actually enough for one. Nice salad here. And then I'm also going to add some of these nice chanterelle mushrooms. Look at the color of those. They're so pretty. Look at that. Maybe another one. Here's a pretty one right here. You can really see those. Okay, just like that. I'm also going to add a little bit of this blue cheese. If you don't like this, if you don't like blue cheese, of course you can add a different kind of cheese or none at all. Just like that. And then last but not least, some hard-boiled egg. There you go. And another grind of cracked black pepper. Alright, there's our plate. Alright, so there it is. That is our dandelion and minor lettuce salad with a pickled chanterelle vinaigrette, hard-boiled eggs, and some blue cheese. Looks really good. Let's give it a try. Now, if you've ever had dandelion greens before, you know that there is a certain bitterness that comes with them. Not that different than, say, radicchio or maybe an endive or escarole or something like that. Very delicious. But like I said before, I really love those bitter flavors, so it's really great for me. And then this minor lettuce in here, it's very tender and almost disappears in your mouth. Now these pickled chanterelles, I pickled these in a brine that had sugar and spices and vinegar. So there's a nice tanginess to those, but they still have that earthy, foresty kind of flavor that come from mushrooms. Perfect to go with the dandelions and the blue cheese, which I love the blue cheese in there because it really is a really bold, aggressive flavor, and it really stands up well to the dandelion greens. Really good. And then hard-boiled eggs, of course. Really adds a nice richness to the whole salad. So I think overall, this was a big success. Wow, that is really delicious. And it's the spring now, so the dandelions are starting to pop up. You do want to collect them while they're really young, while they're small and tender. Even the root end, you save a little bit of that, has a nice bit of texture to it, and a little bit sharper bitterness that I really like. And there's nothing more enjoyable than going out and foraging for your own food. That's amazing. Now this would be another great salad that would stand up well to the sardine oil vinaigrette video that I posted a little while back. So I'll probably put that video in the description of this video so you can see that. But I think that would pair really well with this. If you like sardines, I think that would be a nice addition to this. You know, go out and collect some dandelion greens and then use that vinaigrette. That would be awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. That always helps us a lot. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.